Yeah, that was
internet. That was when the internet was.
They need to make the internet great again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I mean, that shit's still on there.
Yeah,
somewhere. I think they took down Live Leak though. Didn't they take down the whole website?
You remember? Did you guys ever hit that website Best Gore?
I think so.
It was just.
You mean Instagram?
No. This was way. No. It was way worse.
There's some crazy shit.
It was way
there.
worse. It was just like. It was Instagram. You could scroll videos, but all the videos were just like beheading videos, suicide videos,
like execution,
like the most brutal shit. Just like street fights in the Middle East.
Instagram's gonna be all fucked up again.
Street fights in the Middle East where people are just getting like slaughtered with machetes.
That just
like
fully just. Oh man. Off to a good start here. That website was crazy though. I can't believe it lasted as long as it did.
He didn't see it. Well, he didn't see it.
What's his malfunction?
I'm just like impressed with how enthused he is to be here.
He does this every day.
No, last week he didn't.
Huh?
Last week he got here early and he was all fucking peppy and shit. Like he just got a BJ or some shit. Is that what happened? Did BJ get a BJ? Damn. Why is he ever frowning?
Why are you looking at me and asking me why he's frowning?
I thought you were giving him a BJ.
Ask him. He's supposed to be at Chuck E. Cheese right now.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Chuck E. Cheese days.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't like Chuck E. Cheese.
What's there not to like about Chuck E. Cheese?
I took my 1-year-old there, and then he fell on the little fucking coin slot thing on his fucking head. He split his forehead open. I know, right?
Why weren't you watching your fucking kid?
Why wasn't I hiring an attorney?
That too.
Missed opportunities, dude. My life is full of them.
Mine too.
What were we talking about? Porn?
I think so. Porn and gore.
Gore.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
But
Best
not
gore?
the combination of the both.
No.
Best gore.
Just one or the other.
Best Gore got removed after the that one shooting in New Zealand. Because I
don't remember this.
There was a shooting in New Zealand?
Yeah, remember that
No.
dude that fucking went to that mosque and
Oh.
full on executed a bunch of people in this mosque.
The one that he recorded it?
He fucking streamed it live. The whole thing.
yeah.
Streamed it live like on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
And so as it was live, like it was just up, but then they quickly fucking got rid of it. But like Best Gore got a hold of it. And we're like, oh, we'll post it. And then they got him.
Damn.
And that was one of the many things that got him. They were looking for a reason, right?
That's too much. You said Live League got taken down? Is this new or what?
I think so.
I haven't looked at that website in years.
But yeah, I haven't seen anything in forever. Yeah. I used to see stuff on Twitter all the time. It'd be like, click here to go see this, whatever the hell happened. And it'd always be Live Leak. And I haven't seen it.
And they say they don't have censorship on the internet.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
Man, I remember that whole net neutrality thing that everyone was freaking out about. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember all the logistics behind it. But I just remember everybody was freaking out.
It was about like...
What was that?
That was more... what is it? The Title 32, 33 or something like that. But it was more like for social media platforms. So they weren't treated as publishers. Because if they're treated as publishers, they could be held liable for shit that anybody can post, right? But the problem with it is they were acting as publishers because they're moderating content.
Got you.
Right?
Yeah, I just remember everyone was
the
like,
argument,
this is the end of the internet as we know it.
Yeah, the argument is like it either needs to be all or nothing, right? You either need to be a publisher and now you're liable for this shit, or you need to not be a publisher and people can post all the crazy shit they want.
Yeah.
So.
I still don't get on X.
You don't get on?
Dude, I've
tried a couple times, just bored to tears, dude.
Yeah, I had a Twitter way back in the day. I never understood it. It was weird to me. I don't know.
I think we're just old.
I get on it almost every day, and I don't understand it either.
Yeah,
I don't understand what keeps me coming back either. It's just like mindless, and then like just these stupid trends that start randomly. Oh, I can't even stand it.
That's because of
you see it everywhere, but
that's because of the talk.
True.
You get on the talk,
I used to. I have to stay away from it. I get on TikTok and I'll be on there for 3.5 hours and boom, like that.
Dude,
I'd be like, I can't.
When TikTok was first,
brain rot, just nothing
melting your eyes out of your head.
When TikTok was first coming out, this old dude at work, I say old, he was like 10 years older than me, was like,
so he's like 60.
It was like, yeah, close. He was like, dude, check this chick out. I was like, dude, she's like maybe 18. I was like, what are you doing? And like, he would be scrolling the shit and you just hear the same song over and fucking over and over again. I was like, what in the fuck is this? He's like, yeah, look at this. I was like, dude, let the fucking kids have something.
Yeah, right.
I was like, let the kids have TikTok. Stay off. You're too old. You already ruined fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
You're ruining Instagram right now. Let the fucking kids have something. Stay the fuck off of TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids that you're making sure they're not posting goofy shit? No? Then stay off of TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is a cesspool. There is.
I don't like it.
I don't either. But it's one of those things that'll just suck you in as soon as you start looking at it.
I've never downloaded it, so I don't know.
I like open it once a month or something, but when I open it, it shows me everybody that's been looking at my profile, and I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah, no, that's
weird
true,
enough, dude. I don't want to see who's been looking at my profile.
Oh, it tells you that?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it'll tell you like
when
so
they
and so
looked.
viewed. Yeah, like 4 days ago, so and
4
so.
days ago, they
like,
viewed for 15 minutes.
And then most of the TikTok accounts, like I don't post. I haven't posted anything. I don't post a TikTok. They just click on it and it lets me know for no reason.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Too weird for me.
I've never downloaded it. I've never had it.
I wish I could say the same.
I don't care about it. I've kind of been thinking about taking a little break from the gram too.
Yeah. It wouldn't be hard.
Wouldn't.
You just take it off your phone.
I've been taking a little bit of a break. I've been slowing down on the gram.
Slowing them down. I spent way too much time on my phone this week, dude.
I've been slowing down on the gram, man. As you can tell from our group chats, we're not getting as many death videos.
There were a couple days this week where my eyes were just hurting, and I was like, why are my eyes hurting? Oh, I've been staring at my phone all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a new hobby.
Yeah.
True, man. True.
Yeah.
It's just too easy nowadays, man.
There's a new game out there. I don't know if it's new, but there's a game out there for your phone that my wife got me onto called Duolingo. And you can learn other languages.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Are you segueing to our fucking sponsor?
Who's our sponsor?
Duolingo.
Brought to you by...
No. I'm learning Spanish.
Why?
And so our new sponsor is like Siete.
What?
That they make taco shells. And
7?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what
Six?
we're talking about.
Siete 6?
No, that's 6.
Cinco.
True, Cinco 6. Yeah, Siete. Shows how much I know.
Just
I probably need to download the app. I probably need to get on the app.
Ocho Nueve.
No, I've heard of that though.
Yes.
A lot of people are trying to replace, like, instead of scrolling through Instagram and Twitter and cycling back and forth, they go on this and it's like they learn Spanish.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty legit.
How much that cost?
It's free. I mean, you can pay for it, but I don't. If you don't pay for it when you make as many mistakes as I do, you only get like a minute and a half of playing time.
If you pay for it, you just
So
get
what
to play
happens
longer?
after the minute and a half? It's just like,
Now you have to wait for more hearts.
oh, okay.
Huh.
Interesting. I mean,
What have you learned?
Learned that probably gonna fuck this up too. Cansada or cansado means tired. I learned that.
You learned tire?
Pretty much eat. Pretty
All
much
right.
it. Yeah.
How long you been playing?
Like 2 days.
You got a word in. That's pretty good.
Yeah, got a word in.
That's
one
not bad,
word, 2
dude.
days, not bad.
Most of the other stuff I took Spanish in high school, so most of the other stuff I pretty much knew for the most part.
I hated taking Spanish in high school. I was so bad at it.
Dude, the worst fucking thing. I think the most ridiculous shit is like Spanish 1, first year Spanish. The first day you walk in, every story I've ever heard, the teacher just starts talking Spanish to you, and they don't speak English the entire fucking class, and you're like, you want people to hate themselves and leave a class? This is how you fucking do it. Just talking Spanish, so for fucking 45 minutes, everybody in class is going. No speaking.
You had a weird
maybe got like
Spanish
one or two
class.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
my Spanish class, actually, funny story. One of mine, I think it was Spanish 2 in high school. His name was Coach Cap. Shout out Coach Cap. But he was like this really, really white, bald dude from South Africa who got run over by a bus when he was like 8 years old. He had a gnarly leg. And I just always thought it was the weirdest. It was kind of just the weirdest thing. Like, how did you change into your profession to teach Spanish at a high school level in Houston, Texas? Right? Like,
how did he not what?
End up in D'Antwoord. No, you don't.
In what?
Don't worry about it.
It always tripped me out. Like, thinking back to it, I was like, that was such a random. Because like Spanish 1, it was like, you know, your typical what you'd think of like a Spanish teacher, and then this guy was like the complete opposite. I remember walking in like, this is my Spanish teacher. This guy.
Are you still working a Chinese restaurant?
Me?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
And it was like Asian immigrants that owned it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were no R's in their vocabulary. And then I see them go in the kitchen and start yelling at people in Spanish, rolling R's, dude. And I was all, what in the fuck? That's a wild looking thing. I don't think I've ever seen Asians speaking Spanish in any other setting other than that. But yeah,
I don't think I have
every
either.
R just rolling out plain as day. And then I'm like, oh, they're all faking it. They can definitely say R's, dude. They're faking it.
Did you see the meme going around that was like, what are two things that are classy if you're rich and trashy if you're poor? And it was speaking 2 languages and day drinking.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Makes sense.
Yep. The pores.
The damn pores.
The pores, dude.
I wonder what it's like to be rich as hell.
It's probably great.
Just like
What's it
filthy
like,
rich.
Nick?
Dude, you're never rich enough, though.
The true. Everything just gets more expensive.
Yeah,
Your taste gets more
You
expensive.
can definitely get poor enough. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely get poor enough. Yeah. Tell you what, I've never felt more poor than when I go, like, if I go to Vegas. I feel real poor.
Why?
Just like you're
Because
walking.
there's tables you can't get on?
No, you're walking around a casino and you watch somebody put like 25 grand down on a hand of blackjack. And you're like, what are you fucking doing with your life?
Yeah.
Like that, you could have bought like a fucking project car.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean, yeah.
For that, what are you doing? Like,
I've
lose
seen,
and then just put that saved 25 grand right back up.
yeah, fucking nuts.
It's like, oh, I'll just win it back here, lose it. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
I don't know anything about
down
that.
50 grand. What a shame.
Yeah,
like-
like that place will make you feel so fucking poor.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Don't go.
Have you ever been?
I love Vegas.
You been?
Yeah. So that's like the one thing me and my dad do with each other is go to Vegas.
You'll just go blow money?
Not really. I mean, not usually. Like, I like to go to downtown Vegas on Fremont Street and like go to the Golden Nugget and have like $5 blackjack. And the good thing is, like, we're both drinkers, so as long as you're playing, they'll come by, take a drink order, and give you drinks for free. So it's kind of like we try to balance it. Like, if we lost $100, but we drank 7 or 8 beers a piece. Because if we made it out great, because instead of going to sit at a bar and spend $12 a beer, whatever.
Yeah, if you're not playing, the drinks are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
especially on Fremont. I got to be honest. I was like, I'm all about legalizing marijuana, but last time I went to Vegas, they had legalized marijuana, and I was walking around Fremont Street, and I was like, I got to be honest with you, I think they should ban this shit. I got so fucking tired of smelling it.
Yeah, everywhere.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, people smoke them like cigarettes out there.
And not even the smoke. Like, you could just smell it in their fucking pocket.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you guys fucking doing? Like, this is fucking horrendous.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure you're not really supposed to smoke, like, on the strip
Oh, they
and
got
stuff.
bigger issues than that.
But yeah, no, it's the same thing like Fremont Street. I always thought it was the weirdest rule ever. But they have, like, little almost, like, convenience store type things, like, on the main little thing. And you can go in there and buy a 24-ounce beer for like $2.50, cheap price, nothing crazy. But they staple the bag with the receipt, and you're not supposed to open it or drink on the. But like every single time, we just walk out, open the bag, throw it in the trash, pop open the beers, and no one says anything because you can drink everywhere you go. So, hey, where'd you get that? Like, I don't know. Prove it.
You don't need to go to Vegas to do shit like that.
Well, true.
You can go 15 minutes south and do that right there on the Strand.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been out to the Strand too much.
New Orleans.
I've heard it's fun. I heard it smells like shit.
It does.
It's relative.
I
I think it smells pretty
like
good
shit.
for like stepping over people that have like thrown up on themselves for the last 20 years and not moved off that curb. It's not that bad.
Yeah, you take all that in. Like, yes, it's smelly, but when you take all the
It's not that bad.
All the ingredients into consideration, like you'd think it'd be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah. Should be way worse.
That's a good point.
Yeah. If you wake up early enough, you'll see the trucks and trailers going down the road. They got trailers with these huge fucking canisters on them. And dudes with power washers on each side and like hazmat suits.
Just like spray down.
It's just bleach, dude. They're just spraying the sidewalks and like up the walls, like just up and down the roads. It's pretty tight. I'm like, makes it pretty clean.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
For a little bit.
Make it good for a couple hours.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
It's good for a couple hours.
Yep.
I've never been when it's rowdy though.
I feel like going there for Mardi Gras would honestly suck.
I've spent a total of like 4 hours in New Orleans, and I was like, that's enough. I'm good.
Oh, I like it, dude. I could live there.
I like some of the architecture, like some of the buildings, like
some of that
balconies and stuff they have. That old
world stuff.
Yeah, looks cool, man.
All that chaotic.
Looks a lot different than driving around down here.
All the mud flood.
Yeah, that's some shit we didn't build.
True.
I'm all keep going, Nick. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's all shit we didn't build. We didn't build none of that.
Oh, mud floods. You ever get into any of those? Like weird mud flood shit?
No. Is it just like flooding kind of? Like just
here hold on.
Is it like a mud flood?
Here's a 100% made up fucking theory here.
Okay.
You know how New Orleans is in a hole next to water?
Yeah.
And the Corps of Engineers is taking credit for the levee.
Mm-hmm.
We just found those buildings and excavated them out after the mud flood, and that's why it's in a hole. The levee's there because it's taller. We just excavated it. Now we're like, hey, look at all this shit we built in a year.
With what? Excavated it with what?
Oh, this is after we got here. We had fucking the Chinese and stuff to do it.
Oh, not excavators, but like humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we excavated it out. We removed the mud.
This whole time I thought the Chinese were building railroads.
Oh, they were doing that too. There was a lot of them. Yeah.
I'm going to have to Google that later.
I made it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's believable, though.
I made it up.
I'm going to have to Google it. I'm going to have to goggle it.
Hey, Google will tell you everything you need to know.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they will.
But yeah, go on.
Sometimes they won't.
What the Rumble, and look up old World Order, right? Yeah, Old World Order, and watch that.
We'll just send it to you later.
Yeah, we'll just send it to you.
Yeah, just let me know. Take a look.
Got an hour and a half.
Hell yeah. Of course, I got an hour and a half.
Fucking watch it.
Better I got to do nowadays.
Fucking watch it, man.
Just got to absorb as much media all the time.
Yeah, fuck yeah. This is some good shit, though. I will warn you, most of them, I believe, are flat earthers that are in that. I don't know if you're a flat earther.
I'm not a flat earther, but I'll listen.
Wait, what are you saying we for?
Got a mouse in your pocket? I just think the theory's a little... I want to hear what you got to say if you're a flat earther, because I think
not.
You're not okay. Gotcha.
I'm not married to either one of them. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's where I kind of stand too. Is like, if it was, cool. If it's not,
doesn't
cool.
matter. Your mortgage doesn't go away.
Yeah, my life is going to be the exact same. Like, yeah, I always thought that's kind of stuff was funny. People get so passionate about that stuff. It's like, dude, chill out. Who cares if the Earth is flat or not?
NASA came out tomorrow and was like, hey, it's flat. We've been lying. I think my world would be a little different.
I mean,
I would just go, fucking knew it.
Well, yeah, I would be like, oh.
Fucking knew it, dude.
I told you.
But then my next question would be, well, then give us back our money, fuck faces.
That won't happen.
What is it, $56 million a day they get?
It's something
NASA
crazy.
gets?
It's something really crazy.
But in order to save money, they taped over the moon landing footage.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They're like, we got to be budget conscious here.
I don't know.
On a fucking VHS tape.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot there.
Y'all think the moon landing was real?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. The footage, I think the footage is, whether we were there or not, the footage seems to be fake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though.
I see. You think we could have landed, but they had to like do a reenactment, just like, hey, but trust us, we did.
Maybe, but at the same time, just because of the shit that NASA themselves have said, makes me doubt that we went there at all. Like the dude a few years back, like the head of NASA came out and was like, "Oh yeah, pretty soon we're gonna be able to leave low Earth orbit, but we're gonna have to be careful going through the Van Allen radiation belt." And everybody's like, wait a minute, I thought we already did. And he was like, oh no, we used to be able to, but we couldn't anymore. We lost that technology. You don't lose. What the fuck you mean you lost it?
Yeah, that seems a little fishy.
Yeah, it gets weird.
I've seen too many videos of like
it's weird.
Like how easily
they're listening.
So
Talk too loud.
So
They're right there.
So
I've seen videos of somebody like somebody went on YouTube and like in their bedroom, like on top of a table, like recreated like almost like scene for scene, like the moon landing. It was like, yeah, look, see how easy that was. Put them next to each other. It's like, yeah, they look pretty much the same. I could see it.
Yeah, there's another dude that Waylon's been watching that says it's real, and he's burrowed his way into Waylon's head, but he's full of shit. He's got a fish that talks to him.
That's a hecklefish.
Yeah, he's got a fucking fish. That
You seen the Y-Files?
Yeah.
YouTube channel. The Y-Files.
Would y'all go to space if you could?
Fuck no.
No point.
True.
James wants us to jump out of a plane though.
Go skydiving?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this dude. And I was talking about going and climbing a tree. I was like, y'all gonna be scared. He's like, let's go skydiving. I'm like, fucking, you sure you don't want to just get in a plane?
He just wants to be strapped to another dude.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
All about damn, James, you took that one far. I was talking about being cabled off and not falling. He's all, nah, let's jump. Fuck it.
No, you got your license? You got your certification?
How many times have you been?
Skydiving?
I don't believe you.
I feel like I would be freaking out. I feel like I could get up there, get in the sky, be like, all right, let's do it. And then they open up. It's like, all right, you ready? It's like,
yeah,
I don't think so.
Dude. They'd have to throw me out.
Yeah.
Well, they do. They're strapped to your fucking back.
I mean, they would have to.
They hear me scream
I'm pretty
like
sure
a
when you
little
open the
girl.
door, I'm not going to want to go.
Yeah.
I've
also
jump off
never
the
been
tree
in one of those
platform
planes.
thing, and I didn't want to do it. I've been in a pretty small plane before, dude. It's not that fun.
I couldn't imagine. The smallest plane I ever been on was still probably like 50 people, and I was like, I don't like this at all.
I've been on little like 4-person things.
I feel like I'd be
Four-person
scared.
plane.
It's like helicopters. I can't do helicopters either.
It was a nice one though.
Okay.
Some doctor owned it, and we chartered it to fly to different job sites in these little ass towns. It was a nice plane. Like it wasn't like an old raggedy fucking
and like takes off.
Alaskan bush plane or anything like that.
You hear like every
Wasn't nothing
screw
like that.
shaking when you're taking off.
No, it wasn't no old raggedy fucking thing like that. So like my experience on a little tiny plane wasn't that scary.
Yeah, no. Honestly, the last couple of times I've flown like a regular commercial plane, I feel like when they landed, I don't know what's changed, but they slammed that thing into the ground.
I've heard that you can tell if your pilot was in the Navy or the Air Force by how they land.
By how they land?
Because when they land hard, it was most likely a Navy pilot because they're used to landing on aircraft carriers. So they come down, boom, hard. And
True, and then they get stopped real fast.
You would think they would learn to adjust. You would think they would learn to adjust.
Adjust what?
How they land.
You'd think. It's muscle memory, dude. It's ingrained in them.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
It's ingrained in them.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, the last couple of times I've flown that shit, like, I'm like, especially the last time I was ready for it, and sure enough, boom! Oh my god!
But I don't know. Would you want to adapt if you've learned how to successfully land on an aircraft carrier repeatedly? Like, what's the point in landing and learning the other way? It works. Just same, little rougher. Who gives a fuck? I can land on both.
And you kind of like land when everyone's getting off, just be like, yeah, we were in safe hands, even though it's probably scared the shit out of most of you.
Yeah.
No problem. We do this every day.
Even though this is a Boeing and y'all thought the door was going to fly off.
Yeah.
But
how about
no,
a rough landing? How about slamming onto the ground when we land?
Yeah. Good news is engines didn't catch on fire.
Bad news is you got shaken as soon as we landed. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of flying though, honestly, just in general.
Boeing.
It's a weird scenario. Like a bunch
Aren't
of
your
people.
odds like way
just a bunch
higher
of
of
people.
like dying if you're on 45 every day?
Yeah.
Than if you
Oh yeah,
take
but
a couple times a year?
it's a weird scenario to think about. You're just in this metal tube,
Yeah.
fucking going across the fucking sky at 400 and whatever miles per hour.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It was so right after the 4th of July, like right before the hurricane hit, I was in Odessa, and our plane got like hella delayed coming back, and it was like a 7-8 hour delay. So by the time we finally were able to board, there was probably like 20 people that were getting on the plane, like total. And it was the weirdest thing ever. They like
had to move
force
you
you
around?
to force you to spread out so that the
balance
weight
it?
isn't unbalanced. I'd never even like thought that was a thing. Because I mean, every time you get on, it's pretty balanced. But when you got 20 people on like a 80-person plane,
I had never had that either until COVID.
True.
I was traveling all over the place for work during COVID, and like I'd get on planes and there'd be 4 people on that motherfucker, and it was like a 180 passenger fucking jet.
It's nice. Don't get me wrong.
4 of us on there. Somebody always, every flight, somebody'd be like, "Does it matter where I sit? Like, can I have all these seats?"
It was you every time,
and it was me every fucking time.
Don't mind if we sit in first class.
It was usually Southwest. They don't have first class.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I usually fly Southwest too.
Only because the airport's fucking right here.
Have you ever flown first class?
Yeah.
You have too, right? Fucking rich kids. God damn it.
Yeah,
dude,
I've seen first class a couple times.
The only times I've done it,
I've seen first class.
The only times I've done it, it's like you're checking in, or you go up. I would go up to like the ticket counter and be like, "Hey, are there upgrades available?" And a lot of time, if there are, and like boarding is in an hour, they'll upgrade you for like $60. It's like, yeah, I can easily drink. At the time, I was like, I can easily drink $60 worth of whiskey on this fucking 4-hour flight. Yeah.
What's the best part about first class? Is it that you have more legroom, or that you get to watch all the pores walk by you?
They're both pretty good. They're both pretty satisfying.
You judge every fucking person walking by, right? You're like, ew, don't fucking touch me.
I mean,
even though you were back there fucking last week.
Even if you fly Southwest, you do that anyways. You know when the last group that paid for the cheapest ticket are coming on, and you do the same thing. Because they're all. I mean,
that's me every time.
They're all looking for like 2 seats together, and it's just nothing but middle seats. And then they're like, "Oh, can we get 2 seats?" And everybody's like, "No, don't be so cheap.
We're gonna need someone to get up and go to the back so you can sit with your kid." It's like you should have got B boarding.
You should have spent more.
No, I'm gonna buy the cheapest one every time. I'm like, that's the same plane, right? Okay, cool. Every time.
Then they're gonna be like, "Sir, you need to check your carry-on."
Okay.
And you're going to be like, that's everything I own in that bag. Don't fucking lose it.
Yeah, I can wing it. I'll figure it out when I get there. No big deal. What do I need? A toothbrush? Okay.
I'll tell you, that's one good thing about Southwest, though, is like the free bag that you can bring on, or like 2 bags or something.
I don't remember the last time I checked a bag. Personal item.
Yeah. Because that shit's always a disaster. You got to wait in line to check it. They got to weigh it, blah, 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 blah. And then you got to get off, go. It's just nice to get off the plane.
Apparently, I heard they're changing it to like assigned seating on Southwest, but I think people will throw in a big enough fit that I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, that's one of the few things that Southwest really has going for them. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, like you get they only have so many tickets for sale for like the Business Plus or whatever it is, and that's automatic A boarding. And once those are gone, you can't buy tickets like that anymore. And so it's just a matter of fucking how much you want to spend for your flight. It determines like if you get seats together or not. So makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But I will say, people apparently in lines at Southwest gates forget how fucking numbers work.
Yeah. Well, I love the people that are like, they have like the little rows and it'll be like this number through this number and they'll stand like right next to it. And it's like, dude, you're at least like 7 people's lengths behind where you're standing right now.
Yeah.
But no, they're right there like, no, I'm 36. I'm like, dude, I'm 25.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't know how fucking numbers work.
Yeah.
I love running into some of these people at Walmart.
You're right.
Where?
At Walmart. Have you ever been to Walmart?
I have.
All right.
I have, but only when I was in a bind.
Well, Walmart has like 800 checkout lines, right?
And 2 of them are open?
Maybe
if you're lucky.
Self-checkout.
If you're lucky.
But I don't think I've ever been to Walmart and been waiting in a line and not seen at least 3 different people try to just walk to the front of that line like they didn't even see it. Every fucking time I've ever gone.
Really?
Every fucking time.
Really?
Yeah. And if somebody's like, hey, there's a line, they're all like,
huh?
Totally confused every time.
What's a line?
It's the same
they
people.
They look up at the ceiling like that's where the line is?
Yeah. It's the same people buying that ticket, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like how Southwest sometimes they let them fly, but sometimes you can just tell by looking at the person, like they call to line up for A, and you know just by looking at them, usually they have a fake Louis Vuitton bag or something, and you're like, you got C. Like, what are you doing lined up right now? Sometimes they're just like, look, I'm not going to call you out.
Yeah,
just get on.
No, I was going to say, I love when people get sent back.
But other times, like, they'll get up, they'll scan their thing, they'll be like, nah, dog, you got to wait. Get out of this line.
You got about 100 people in front of you, bro.
Yeah, there's like about 100 people.
I think another reason I buy the cheap ticket, I don't want to get on first, dude.
Yeah, I don't like getting on first either, honestly.
No,
I don't like getting on
just
last.
on the plane longer.
Yeah. I get hot, too. I'll be sitting
Sort of,
I'm so
maybe.
tall. I hate sitting on
dude,
planes.
all the seats suck.
Maybe. It's kind of relative, though. If you sit up front, then you're going to get off faster.
Maybe.
True.
Not maybe. They don't fucking deplane from the back, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm just lazy. Because I'm like the last one to get on. I'm also the last one to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wait till everybody's out of the way. I'm just like, whatever.
Well,
I'm not going to stand up awkwardly in a weird position.
Yeah. When I travel with the family, like, we usually just like we'll go to the unless we have a tight layover or something, but we'll just go to the back because we're like, fuck it, we'll be close to the shitter.
Yeah.
Like, we have to change the kid's diaper, and it's a fucking absolute shit show getting off a fucking plane trying to gather up all this shit and drag the kid off of there. So we'll just sit in the back. We'll just wait.
I also love the people who, like, as soon as the plane lands and
They
they're
stand
clearly
up.
by themselves and they're in the back and they'll stand up, grab their backpack and just start booking it down the aisle, and it's just like, yo,
like, I get it.
what the hell is courtesy these days, man?
But I get it if
maybe
they
need to poop.
I get it if they have a tight
True.
layover.
Yeah,
but
that's a good
most of the
point,
time,
too.
if they do, like, the crew knows, and they're like, hey, if you don't have if you're not getting on another flight, just let some of these other people off first, and they let them off. But
Let them off.
let them off.
Let them go.
But that's one thing that was nice when I would travel for work and shit. I'd be by myself, so it was pretty simple. I didn't have to worry about a kid and a wife and bathroom breaks, and
Yeah, I bet flying with
All
kids
that
is
shit.
disaster.
Yeah, if you go anywhere by yourself, it's way easier.
it's easy. Yeah,
Gas station, Target, grocery store.
I can drive.
Any of those
I can
things.
drive more than an hour at a time.
Yeah.
Without it.
The lounges are nice.
The lounges?
Oh, yeah.
You go to lounges alone? Which ones?
Like at the airport?
United.
United
Oh,
Club.
yeah.
I thought you were just talking about a bar somewhere.
No. United Club.
I have status too, so I get the lounges, I get all the free upgrades, I get all that shit.
Because of work?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking wild.
That'd be nice. Those places always look nice with their blue lights and
They're
little,
nice.
those little glass doors, but you can't see
Free
through
drinks, free food.
I don't know. The lounges in the Vegas airport are pretty tight. Those little closets that you can smoke cigarettes
Yeah,
in
the
and
smoking
fucking play
section.
slot machines. It's not a lounge. It's just a smoke shack.
Oh.
But
Here's one that boggles my mind every time I've been to an airport since fucking 9/11. They fucking frisk you and shit. Like, you're not getting on with any weapons, right? But then you can go past security to Chili's and order a fucking steak, and they fucking hand you a knife.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, like a big old serrated knife.
True.
dude, you're trying to make sense out of a nonsensical situation.
I'm just saying. You would think they would, like, pre-cut that for you or some shit. Like,
In some airports, you can buy as like a samurai sword.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I fucking
yeah,
believe
true,
you.
right?
Like I was in Japan and they had samurai swords for some.
Like, you could just
like-
get that and put it in your carry-on and walk right on the fucking plane.
buy
How
it,
else do you
put it in
get
your
it?
carry-on, and then just get absolute butt fuck going through customs here.
How'd you even get on the plane with this? Like,
Well, and when you get back to the States,
They
yeah.
just fucking butt fuck you because of it. Like, dude, I bought it past security at the airport. Like,
I was
we don't
in the
care.
airport.
The U.S.
getting
is
fucked.
aggressive. The customs is very aggressive compared to other countries. Like when you come back from traveling around, you see it. Like America does not fuck around.
The weirdest.
What's the worst shit you had to go through coming back?
Dogs, fucking.
You ever been stripped?
No, they never. One time, I
They
was
ever fill your
flying-
dick with the back of their hand?
I've
Oh,
had
yeah,
that.
I've had that.
I've had that. It was awesome.
One time I
It
was
the
flying
greatest day of my
from-
life.
One time I was flying from here to Colorado, and I got through security, got to the gate. They were boarding the fucking plane, and then you have to hand the lady the ticket. She scans it, and she says, "Oh, security never checked off on your ticket," so she had to call security down. And then they took me behind like a partition and fucking gave me the whole
Frisk you up?
frisk and shit. And they held up the plane. and I was the last one on, and everybody was just staring at me because they saw me get pulled over, like to the side.
Yeah, everybody's looking at you to do something stupid now.
And now they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
It's fucking embarrassing as fuck.
Dude, you know what confuses me? TSA, it's a national fucking thing, right? You would think they would all have the same rule book. But it's completely different depending on which airport you're going through security at.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what day you're there, too.
Dude, it's fucking nuts. It doesn't make any sense. It's the dumbest shit. Like, when I used to smoke cigarettes,
Could that possibly be that they all have like 20 fucking playbooks and they got to rotate it up to fucking mix shit up?
No, it's just they're all winging it. Like, and it depends. Some places you can tell like they just hate their lives because they take their job super serious. Like you can tell the places like that people are miserable because TSA is miserable. Like I went through when I used to smoke cigarettes, I would have like one of them like torch lighter things, like a cigar lighter basically, and I'd get on a flight here, no problem. Fly back from Vegas, no problem. Fly from here to Denver, no problem. Go through security in Denver, they're like, you can't have this lighter. Why? It's a torch lighter. I got here with it. What are you fucking talking about? No, you can't have it. I about got arrested in Denver one time because of a fucking lighter. I was like, I can carry this flame, but not this flame. It's like, that's fucking racist just because this one's blue?
That is fucking weird. Fire's fire.
Fire's fire. It's
either way, you can burn somebody with
both of them
it.
are fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's buddy was down the other day telling us that he was coming back from like Mexico or something, and he made it through security, and then he got like into security, put his thing through the conveyor belt, and he must have like put his passport like on his bag that went through.
Oh,
and so he lost his passport. And so when he landed, like I guess they let him go through or whatever because he already made it through that part of it or whatever. And he said he landed in Houston, and they're like, passport? And he's like, I lost it in Mexico. And they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. So they take him into a back room. Bunch of people come in and talk to him, question him, search him, everything. And he said he gets out and he gets home, and he had a half of a joint in like one of his little pockets on his backpack. I went through all that with a fucking joint, and my biggest concern was my passport. I was like, man, you lucky son of a bitch, because that'd have been terrible. No passport. Weed.
Yeah, find some dumb little piece of a joint.
Yeah, just like this much. He said just a little bit. I'm like, why'd you even put it in your backpack?
So
I think the weirdest thing that I've been through was going to Baton Rouge, and coming back and being the only person in the whole fucking airport, and I have to go through security, and they're all just standing there looking miserable as fuck, dude, staring at me. Just
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
the airport's so fucking small in Baton Rouge that there's times where there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Oh, it was like that in Odessa when I was leaving Odessa.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Have you ever flown through there?
No.
Dude, every time I flew out of Jackson, Mississippi, like I have TSA pre-check and all that shit, so I'd go to the pre-check line, and it doesn't fucking matter. You're the only person there. Like, it doesn't matter what line you go through. But one, their TSA is awesome. Like, basically, they're just like, yeah, go. Like, get on the fucking thing. I think there's 13 gates.
It's Mississippi, so they're still just on full racism.
Yeah, and
mode.
I flew out.
He didn't look the part. Fucking go ahead.
I flew out of the same gate.
Pulls over Peter. He has a little thing.
I flew out of the same gate every time. Like it was a pretty depressing little fucking airport though.
Yeah.
You know what's a little unsettling is when you get on a fucking airplane, intercontinental, like you're flying, and then you realize once the pilot comes on and he's speaking like a fucking Pakistani terrorist.
Oh, God damn.
Because you're on like Qatar Airlines, you know. So that's what they talk. But I wasn't ready for it. It just happened. I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
Wait.
I was like, oh wait, what the fuck?
BJ's the
Were
same.
you or were you not stoned out of your mind when it happened too?
Are you the same fucking person that lands in Japan and is shocked that they speak Japanese?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
I wasn't expecting it. Just.
Did you also say Qatar Airline?
Or Qatar.
Qatar.
Whatever. But they have a very nice airport. When I landed there and I got there, it's fucking badass. It's one of the most badass airports I've ever seen. I just wasn't ready for the fucking pilot to come on and talk like.
Yeah, that's funny. Wait, hold up.
It is weird
okay,
though.
We're good.
It is weird though, because I didn't really think about that until just now. But we like kind of in all of our heads since we're here. Like we live here and we fly domestically.
Yeah.
Most. Like we do think of like pilots as being fucking white dudes. Like
Just old white
True,
guy.
yeah, they usually are.
white dudes.
Sometimes it's a female.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm
That's
equally
tight.
scared then. I've like, you know,
What about flight control?
What does that mean?
Are there any females in there?
air traffic control. Yeah.
Like, air marshals?
No, air traffic control.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
There's women in that. They say that's like one of the most stressful jobs fucking ever.
I've heard both ways.
And like there's like a super high suicide rate supposedly.
Yeah, I know somebody that's retired from it. It was like, no, it's just fucking cakewalk.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
You
that's
just
just
follow the rules and procedures. And it's
If I
like,
can speak in
yeah.
code,
May-
that's what's crazy.
maybe that's
that's
one
why I
of-
was asking about females being in there, because isn't there like a lot of math and like
I don't think it's math. I think it's
logical
just
thinking
codes.
about guiding things in and out? What happens if they're like not feeling it that day or something? You know what I
Jesus
mean?
Christ.
You know what I'm saying though, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said that out loud, but yeah, I know.
Just saying.
We're all thinking it.
There's differences, right?
And like the whole shit about how it's so stressful and shit, that might just be like
They got a woman in there.
Their way of like trying to keep people from wanting to do it. When really it's like a super cushy, super easy job, but they're like, no, dude, it's the hardest fucking thing ever. Kind of
Yeah.
like being like a place kicker in the NFL. They'd be like, no, dude, you got to train your fucking ass
Oh,
off.
no, that,
you got
that's
to
like a fucking stressful.
you got to
fucking
work
thing,
every day.
man.
Place kicker. All you're doing is kicking the motherfucker off. You're not kicking field goals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm talking the dude.
Yeah,
with
I was thinking field goal kicker too. I was like,
I'm talking dude with the one little fucking bar on his helmet, and the
Yeah.
little tiny shoulder
he
pads,
just paid to kick it 90 yards.
and the mismatched shoes. And
Like
motherfucker
1960s.
goes out there.
I might be
motherfucker.
wrong, dude, but I think that's the same guy.
They're different people.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I feel like it depends on the team. Some teams like the kicker.
it can be, but they're usually
some
different
teams like the
people.
punter will be the kickoff guy, and just the field goal kicker. Like all he does is just kick field goals. Man, that'd be stressful though. I could not imagine. I'm a big sports fan, so I could not imagine like missing like a game-winning field goal. Like there's a dude for the Buffalo Bills last year who missed like a playoff field goal, like in the playoffs. Like it was like do or die. If he made it, it like went to overtime. Missed it, he lost. He fucking. You just got to walk off the field, just like fuck. I had my moment for 45 seconds, and I
think
ruined
you
the whole
just-
game for everybody.
You just become a good actor, right?
Yeah.
And you're bummed because you missed it. But deep down inside, you're really, really happy because you had 12 friends from high school that all bet their life savings that you were going to miss it.
No.
Well, then you
No,
get to go
it's
on
not-
vacation.
No, it's not even. Yeah, it's not even that. You act like you're upset, but really you're like, fucking cool because I'm playing the rest of these games and I'm still not really making anymore because my contract is written the way it's written. So I'm happy this is fucking done. I wish we wouldn't have even made it this far.
Still collecting my
I tried to
bag.
fuck it up before this. I'm pissed off that we made it this fucking far.
I think backup
I
quarterback.
think I'm fucking up right now, not teaching my 2 young sons to just kick off a fucking tee real good,
You are fucking up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Has there ever been has there been a kicker yet? that's,
Fucking
like,
idiot.
Off themselves? There's not, right?
Only on Ace Ventura.
Dude, that's what I was gonna think of. I was like, yeah, nah, man.
Laces out. It's funny because when I was in junior high, I played football, and I would hike the ball to the punter. I was also tight end. All right, but I was in science class on game day, and I stuck a pair of tweezers in the fucking light socket at the lab table, and blew all the fucking electricity in the room. I got in trouble for that, so I couldn't go to the game that night. And the person hiked the ball to the punter, tossed it over his head, and the team lost. And I just always thought, if I was
Man, if only it was me
we would have
there.
won the game.
That was a fucking sick story. Will you tell it again?
Yeah.
I love almost greatness stories.
Oh, they're the best.
Could have been me.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite is the people that are like, yeah, back in high school, I had all these scholarships and yeah, and then I blew out my knee. It's like, sure. I believe those stories every time.
I do actually know a guy that played for the University of Alabama, got drafted by the Seahawks, and in preseason He was standing on the sidelines, and the play came his way. Dude got tackled in the back of his legs, blew out both of his knees.
That sucks.
He took all of his signing bonus money and invested it in some fucking medical hardware company. He's doing fucking great. Like he
that's
did.
tight.
Yeah,
good for him.
He wakes up at the crack of 1 in the afternoon and like
hell yeah,
and like
logs
shifts some stocks
on.
around on his computer, and then fucking goes to the bar.
Dude, I know a guy that
Sounds
joined
like
the
the
Marines
life.
and jumped off the bus when he showed up to basic and blew out his knees. Got 100% disability.
Oh,
Damn.
smart.
For the rest of his life.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's fucked. Like, you see him walk.
Yeah.
It sucks. You're like, that must hurt. But yeah, dude. That must hurt. 100%. But yeah, jumped off the fucking bus. And, I'm out. I'm out, coach. Damn. No bullet catching for me, sir.
That's crazy.
I tried. I showed up.
I got another buddy that was an airborne ranger and got pretty fucked up on a jump one time. Broke his whole fucking back all up. And he gets some sort of disability. It's not full, but he made a pretty much full like recovery from it. But he still gets a check.
Dude, I heard
from
that
the
full is
government.
real tight. Yeah, if you got full, it's like, it's a good chunk of change every month. But it's also like, you don't pay property tax. Damn.
You don't usually pay property tax on a check like that anyway, so it would be income tax.
No, if you own a home, you don't pay property tax.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't pay
that
tax
saves
on
you thousands and
you
thousands
don't
of
pay
dollars
tax
every
on
year.
that disability money either.
Yeah.
You don't
Right,
pay income
right,
tax
yeah.
on it.
But that shit goes to your kids too, and your wife if you were to pass away. Like my
If
dad
you're at that
passed away-
100,
My dad passed away. He had disability.
that's
and
why
then-
you're rich.
And then they gave me money to go to college.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 a month while I was in college. They would just
That's tight.
And you spend
my
That's
all
usually
on
rich
weed.
as fuck
My
when you're in
sisters too.
Oh
college.
yeah, go hit the bars.
Yeah, he's all, I got
balling out.
$500 for fucking weed this month.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I went to art school, so it was
Okay, hell yeah.
Wait, you went to art school?
yeah.
Which school did you go to?
Juilliard.
Arts too.
No shit. That shit's closed now, huh?
Yeah, they closed that motherfucker down.
That's fucking wild. Culinary schools, they're gone, right?
Yeah.
Do any of them exist anymore or no?
I think there's some. I think I had one of somebody I used to work with. I think went there
The
briefly,
cordon-
like recently.
The Cordon Blue's got to still be around.
I don't know. It seemed like they were all fucking going bankrupt.
I mean, all he was doing was learn how to like bake a cake.
Yeah.
Like every time he'd post on his story, that's all I saw. I was like, "Damn, iced up another cake today, huh? Must be
Right.
killing it."
My roommate
all that
in
money you
college,
spend.
it was culinary, and he would bring home lamb chops and fucking shit, and I would beg, "Can I please have that?"
I would too.
Can I please have that? I just spent $500 on weed.
That was the trade-off.
Trying to spell
I'd provide the weed, he'd provide the lamb chops.
Hell yeah. That's a pretty
That's
good.
a fair trade-off.
That's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Hell yeah.
times.
Yeah, I think word got out on those career paths where the people that were getting into school were just racking up a bunch of debt and then still just going to like Johnny Carino's to fucking work in the back.
Yeah.
Where it's like, dude, why the fuck are we all going to fucking cooking school? They're just hiring people to cook, dude. Just go get a job. I think that's what happened with a bunch of those things.
I never really understood like art school. Like I get it for shit like graphic design or web design, shit like that, where
Yeah.
it's like yeah, there's some stuff that they could teach you, like some software stuff. But like the people that go to like art school for like painting and shit, I never understood that. Like why? Like just fucking paint. But I think
They
it's
want to learn technique.
But I think it's probably most of it's probably like your fee of entry gets you your little network, so then you can get it into a gallery, and then you can
That's
actually
what it
make
is.
money, and people
Yeah.
can launder money through you and all that good shit.
yeah.
I wouldn't know, man. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I think that's all art is money laundering. A lot of it, like the high dollar shit,
I don't think it's that as much as
And
you
it-
think it is.
and it's also how
I think
rich.
some of that does go down, but I think most of it is just rich people having pissing contests with each
Well,
other.
and it's also how rich people can transfer money tax free from country to country as well.
True.
It's a way to transfer wealth.
Yeah. I think a big part of it, though, like if, say, a painter's out there and then they do gain, like, financial success through that, dude, as soon as one of those rich fucks pays way too much money for one of your paintings, all the other ones got to have one bigger. Like,
Then you get a heroin addiction
yeah.
and die. And
You
your art
become a
becomes
true
even
artist.
Higher. Yeah.
I mean,
That's what they want.
yeah, I'm not seeing the downside.
They purposely want you to get addicted to heroin so you die. So their art.
Hey, if there's any rich fucks out there that need a painting, I'll go do some heroin if you give me the right amount of money for a painting. Fucking, I'm game.
You know?
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Somebody gives me $250,000 for a piece of paper I scribbled on. Yeah, dude. I'll go do heroin.
Look at Warhol, Basquiat.
We'll film it. I'll do it right here.
Some of those paintings are crazy.
Yeah, I'll shit myself on camera, dude. Who cares? Who cares at that point? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, but rich people put their money in that art.
Yeah, they do.
Big time.
It's just investment, right? It's a good investment.
It's how they hold their money. Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's something about if it's not in the United States, it cannot be taxed. And I don't think it could be confiscated, like if you were to get in trouble.
That would make sense. I bet there's a lot of stuff going down too where they save a lot of money if they put shit in museums type of shit.
Something
but
like
again,
that.
yeah, way out of my tax bracket, dude. I wouldn't really know the ins and outs of that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really know.
some of those paintings sell for just stupid money.
Mm-hmm. And you look
I mean,
at them.
look, I love art as much as the next person, but like,
But a lot of them, you look at it and it's like, what?
yeah,
Like it's somebody literally just like took a paint bucket, put it on a rope, and just swung it across
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking camp. Like,
$20,000.
I don't know. I love all that shit.
It looks cool as hell.
no,
I just like it because like money seems to be hard to make for most of the population, and they found a fucking loophole, dude.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah,
go get
part
it,
of,
dude.
Part of it's the hater shit in me, right? Like,
Yeah.
goddamn, I could fucking do that. Why? But nobody's gonna pay me fucking $100,000 for.
Well, especially if you're not making them.
True.
I mean, you'd have to fucking make it.
Fuck, let's go.
I mean, I see those paintings that y'all are talking about, and instantly in my mind, because you'll see somebody, they'll have an internet page, and they'll be like, this one just sold for $20,000. 2 months later, this one sold for $45,000, and you'll think that. You'll be like, oh, fucking bucket, just throw it. But like, if you really start looking at it, it's like that dude probably had a warehouse for years trying to figure out how to fucking do one of those. So the overhead alone right there, you're already down, what, tens of thousands of dollars
Nah.
just to figure out that part?
Nah.
And then think about how many people are making paintings like that. There's only a handful of them that are getting paid. There's a lot of people making those paintings.
Yeah, especially
Look at
if you're not making
Banksy,
them.
for example. Like, he'll put his shit up, and they'll tear the whole fucking wall down, and then sell it, and he doesn't get shit from it because he's just, you know, he doesn't want anything from it either. But what you're saying,
That's
I'm trying
kind
to
of
get
one of the
there.
more gangster art things, though.
Yeah,
It's
y'all want to
like,
go down that
is
wormhole?
dude?
the street art's tight.
That fucking Banksy wormhole?
Sure.
Who do y'all think that is?
Oh, I think it's a lead singer of there's a band. Let me look up the band real quick.
Do you know
There's a
what you're
band. There's a band that tours, and they've noticed that every time this band has toured, whatever city they've been in, I
think I've heard about this.
I know who Banksy is, but yeah, well, I mean, I
Yeah,
say
but
that.
who
I
is
know
it?
who the artist is. Well, no, okay, I don't know who the artist. You know what I mean? Though. I don't know who the artist is or anything like that. But I've seen his art and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Is there?
You've seen it?
No, not in person.
Oh.
I mean, like online and stuff. Like if you showed me this and be like, I'd be like, that's a Banksy.
You're like, oh, that's bad.
I've seen that one before, like the one with the grenade, with like the flower or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, is there like a conspiracy behind like?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was just asking what y'all thought. If y'all know who it is. I think it's
I mean,
Lady Gaga.
nobody knows like
That'd be badass.
who it is. There's ideas of who he is, but nobody knows.
Wait, I think it's Lady Gaga.
All right.
And I also think that she is just Amy Winehouse, so.
You think she is
So,
Amy Winehouse?
Yeah.
There's a very close, like,
Look, there is a resemblance there.
Yeah.
I can see it. A lot of similarities. Mm-hmm. Career-wise and.
I mean, it would take a really artsy person to want to decorate an elephant in the dark. Just saying, I don't want to do that.
Why not?
You ever gotten pooped on by an elephant, dude?
No.
I don't plan on it.
I don't plan to either.
No.
I imagine it's not a good time.
I'm out.
There's probably worse things, though.
True.
I'm out. But yeah, when y'all think of art, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's like an idea or a technique?
I think it's kind of both. I think there's like a whole spectrum of art. Because I mean, you know, they obviously have like a lot of history, like art history classes and stuff. So I feel like there is a lot of that aspect to it. But at the same time, like anything that anything's art if you think about it.
There's some stuff that's art that I don't think is art, like a banana duct tape to a fucking wall.
Okay, I can
To
agree
me,
with
I'm
that.
like, that's kind of pushing it a little too far. That's taken a little
conceptual art.
What are you expressing here?
Yeah, like that's like okay. I get like if you're being sarcastic about it, right? If you're like trying to show how ridiculous some of the art shit is, I get it. But if you're doing the shit with a straight face,
like no, seriously, this took a lot of thought and a lot of artistic ability. It's taped a banana to the wall.
I don't really have anything against art. It's more the people involved in like looking at the art that look at paint splatter on a canvas and like, oh, this really expresses the dichotomy of life.
I can really see what he was going through.
Even the artist is like, you're so fucking full of shit. It's art. It's paint splatter on a canvas, dude.
What if that's just people trying to get out of their shitty fucking day-to-day life and bond with other people in a weird way? What if they're like just trying to figure it out? They don't know what they're doing standing there.
Then they should not be so fucking pretentious about it.
I mean, I would agree with that, yeah. Yeah, art can get really weird. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just see a lot of tattooers getting caught up in the technical. It's all the technical. You can see it, like everybody's tattooing ability is like real good at this point. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really, really good tattooers. Yeah. But I feel everybody's gotten so caught up in the technical aspect of it, of like how thick is that red, how perfect is that line, that everybody's tattoos just kind of fucking look alike.
Yeah.
I feel no one gives a shit about the idea anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's more important.
I feel like especially with tattooing too.
Like if you look at Lehigh's shit, Lehigh's
fucking
shit
amazing.
Is like some of the coolest shit ever. And
it's amazing.
If you really look at it, it's kind of sloppy. But that's kind of what makes it awesome.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
I mean, I've always liked that when I get tattoos. Like, I don't want my tattoo to be like perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to look like.
You get tattooed by Waylon?
Yeah.
Then you're at the right fucking place.
Yeah.
They always
it's definitely not gonna be perfect.
Totally not gonna be fucking perfect.
No, I like. You know who cares about a perfect tattoo? Fucking not this guy, dude. Never have, never will.
There's a reason I come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, never have, never will.
But no, I love. Yeah, I was listening to the one y'all did last week. I think it was last week, and talking about like how tattoo artists kind of like gatekeep shit nowadays. I feel like that's
it's not nowadays. It's
however y'all were talking about it, but like just that these people, it's like y'all mentioned or I think what was his name, Alex? That was his name? Like that you can just go to Amazon and buy a tattoo machine and go to YouTube, and then I don't know, I feel like you shouldn't do that. But I also don't feel like people should be like held out of the industry because you didn't do this a certain way or this. You know what I mean?
Right. I think there's certain characteristics in a person that if you're like showing somebody how to tattoo, you need to figure out those characteristics of that person first.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure they're not a fucking piece of shit that's going to hurt the general public and not care about it.
Yeah, true.
That's really, to me, that's really the only part.
Yeah.
The only part that matters.
But
as far as everything else, like fuck it. If
I think a lot of people get confused because learning how to do the tattoo is the easiest part.
Yeah.
But learning how to live as a tattoo artist and deal with the general public, that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, everybody that wants to get into it wants to learn the tattooing part. That's the easiest part to do.
Yeah.
And the funnest part. It's everything else about it.
Yeah, true.
And nobody pays any attention to any of that or cares. They don't even want to hear about it. They're just like, no, I just need to learn how to make a sick, crispy line, bro. I'm like, dude, I promise that's not the hard part.
Yeah, you do need to learn that.
They can tell you.
It's not the hard part.
It's not the hard part at all.
Yeah.
No.
But dealing with people, that's the hard part.
No, that's not the hard part either.
What do you think the hard part is? Just being poor?
The hard part is being poor for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of like the extremely lucky ones.
Yeah. So like few.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. I feel like tattooing, it's hard to really be successful nowadays. It's like so many other things. Like it's so saturated. Everybody wants to do it.
It's saturated. It's saturated.
Well, it's never been an easy life.
Yeah. No, because even when when the industry wasn't like saturated like it is now, there weren't as many customers out there either.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So it was equally tough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So now everybody, it's more likely that somebody's got a tattoo than not.
Yeah.
But dude, also back then too, if you tattooed yourself and you worked in a tattoo shop, it was like your own prison sentence to the general public. Like if you were heavily tattooed back in the day, no one fucked with you.
Yeah.
Like in any kind of way. You weren't going to get a loan from a fucking bank. You weren't going to get well accepted at a restaurant. Like, yeah, you completely
alienated yourself.
Yeah, you destroyed yourself.
Point.
You know what I mean?
That is a good point. Things have changed so much.
Yeah. Every time humans live and whatever you're doing, it's always the best time.
True.
Like we got AC right now. We got some cool shit. 100 years from now, we're fucking cavemen, dude. That's just how it's going to be.
I wonder what the world's going to look like in 100 years.
100? I think about like 10. It's going to be fucking nuts. I think about just my lifetime. Just my lifetime.
Well, that's a good point too.
Like my lifetime, I saw fucking rotary phones.
Dude, you saw rotary phones? Now you're seeing fucking rich fucks launch themselves into outer space.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
I talked to my mom and my stepdad, and they remember before there was zip codes. They remember when zip codes became a thing.
Hey, dude, now you get to talk to your mom and dad through
your
fucking laptop.
Through a thing
video call.
That the fucking Jetsons predicted in 1962.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking bonkers. It's bonkers out there, dude.
Yeah,
people are smoking their drugs through little portable batteries, dude.
That stuff's
you know what I
crazy
mean?
to me.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to have anything that smells like drugs anymore.
Huh. I remember when like vaping like came out, so to speak, and it was just like this little shitty little tube with like a candle wick in it and some really thick juice, and it tasted like shit. And then like 3 years later, it's like, or not even that, but nowadays, like I saw somebody at work the other day that had a fucking little vape thing, and they're playing Tetris on the vape,
dude.
I'm like, you're playing Tetris on your vape. Like, what the fuck is going on?
How much did that thing cost? Like
$20.
$20.
Like,
dude,
what the fuck? 20,000 hits.
That thing used to be a Game Boy.
Yeah.
That was like $200.
That shit's progressed so much.
It's weird.
There's a vape shop every third block.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
There's someone feeding their entire family because it's progressed so much.
Yeah.
Every third block, dude.
There's probably more vape shops nowadays than smoke shops.
I always think about that. Like, you see vape shops and smoke shops.
They're all over the fucking place.
And how many, like, some of these smoke shops are, like, in prime real estate areas. How many $40 glass pipes do you got to fucking sell a month to make that fucking rent?
True.
Or
they sell a lot of...
How many rich fucks are out there needing more tax write-offs? How many drug dealers are out there and they need a way to fucking clean their money?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's where my mind automatically
I don't think
goes.
all of them are actually selling that many $40 pipes.
Yeah, that's where my mind automatically goes, is that, it's not a legitimate business.
Yeah, laundromats, dude.
Duh.
True.
Coins don't have serial numbers, bro.
And it's literally called laundry.
Yeah, dude, yeah. That's why these things exist.
The smoke shops, though, I had a buddy who used to work for one, and a lot of the stuff that they sell is like the kratom and like whippets and like all that like
the
sketchy shit.
The whippets is like, it's not obviously not a new one, but it's a new trend that I've been hearing a lot about.
Oh, it's gotten crazy. Like, because I mean, I knew
you didn't
people
do that when you were
did.
younger.
I did.
Go huffing on fucking AC units?
But it
Go
wasn't.
ahead. Go ahead.
It wasn't.
Whip.
It wasn't like a new. It wasn't like, it was just a thing that you did. It wasn't like this crazy fucking deal. Like they weren't selling.
Now they have like
canisters,
peach flavored gas, and you can just buy like the big old things.
That
stuff's crazy, but that stuff's expensive.
Thing.
And there would be dudes that are.
You didn't know it was a thing?
I didn't know kids were out here doing this.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
a big flavored whip. There's like this.
Seriously, I saw the other day. It's called Galaxy Gas too.
Yeah, everybody's all fucking concerned about Yeezy.
Dude, are we killing brain cells next week on the pod?
No, I have
taste test.
Yeah. I have one.
Oh shit!
I have one left, and I need to fucking baby that motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
But everybody's worried about that Yeezy's addicted to nitrous, and
who cares?
Oh yeah.
That's the first thing that I was like, what?
He's got $1 billion. He can be addicted to whatever he wants.
But that was the first thing that I was like, what? Who in the fuck is addicted to nitrous?
Yeah. Why that of all things to get addicted to though?
There's so much better shit to do, like hair on.
I mean, some people like what they like.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it's quick.
Yeah.
It's over, and then you're done.
It's quick. You get the wah-wahs, you wake up, and...
Whoa. All right, that's pretty cool. Time to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like acid. Some people just like a sweet tea.
Yeah, no, acid's a different...
Yeah.
It's a different
Did we
game.
hit it yet? I'm going to pee my pants.
Do it.
We did. We
I
already
gotta
hit
take
it.
a little piss myself.
Yeah, we're going to go on pee break. Y'all can see us in the Patreon.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, are you going to do an intro?
No.
Okay.
Bye.
Hell yeah.